Right. Community Conversations is back, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are at. We'll get started in just a little bit here. I'm not going to introduce her to you yet because you're early, so just relax a little bit. All right, see here. We got 1 minute. 1 minute to showtime. 1 minute to showtime. Community Conversations, once again, brought to you by PECO, providing light and positivity all over the city of Philadelphia. All that positive energy. We appreciate you, PECO. Thank you very much. All right. Happy Black History Month. All right. I think we're gonna get cracking here. Just a little bit. Community Conversations presented by PECO. Welcome back to the community, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to spread some more love, spread some more light. Appreciate you guys being on time. Appreciate you guys being early. We got an amazing show for you guys inside the community. Once again, brought to you by the one and only PECO. It's going to be amazing today. We got a powerful young African-American woman in the building on this Black History Month Tuesday, if you will, coming to share some light and share her educated thoughts about workforce development. That's right, y'all. We're going to develop you guys for the workforce. Develop you all for the workforce. Since that's what we spend most of our lives doing anyway, working. I'm going to try to find out some hints on early retirement here. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's all about shaping the minds of our youth and getting them prepared for the workforce. Even though we are in the midst of a pandemic, we still got lots of work that needs to be done at home to prepare ourselves for when it's over and when we get back outside and get back to business. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to the community. Once again, it is your main man, Archie, Philadelphia Sixers in-arena host. Last week, I had hair. This week, the hair is gone. Same person, just less hair. I'm glad you guys are back in the community with us again. This is brought to you by PECO, providing positive light and energy all over the city of Philadelphia. And inside the community today, we have a strong African-American woman in the building for Black History Month. And I'm going to give you a little background on her before we bring her out because she's done so much in the Philadelphia area. We got to give her props. We got to give her flowers while she's here today. So we're about to give her some flowers, ladies and gentlemen. In 2014, this young woman was appointed to the board of directors of the African American Museum in Philadelphia and serves as chairman of the board of directors. She's responsible for leading PECO's workforce development strategies and works with community partners to provide life-changing opportunities to the underemployed and the unemployed. And she's a senior manager at PECO of workforce development, corporate and community relations. Try to fit that on the business card, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Miss Sabrina Brooks is in the building. Let's make some noise. Yes.
Thank you, Archie. That was great. I appreciate it. Good to be here with you this afternoon.
Hey, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. This pandemic has kept us apart.
It has.
But Zoom is bringing us back together once again.
Definitely. I love it. I love it.
Now, we're here today to prepare these young people for the workforce. So we're going to help them get developed, give them some tools in order that they can use once they get out there to the workforce area. But before we get into that, I need you to read me what it says on your wall behind you, because that seems like some good motivation that we need to start with today.
Absolutely. And I'll start at the very top. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit. I believe in words of affirmation all the time. So this is one where it says success. In order to achieve success, you have to have hard work, persistence, late nights, There are some rejections that come into that. There's plenty of sacrifice. You must be disciplined, be willing to take constructive criticism.
Mm.
There will be doubts, there will be failure, and also there's risks. But nonetheless, those are all part of the iceberg that creates success for us all.
Absolutely. Hard work, persistence, late nights. Ooh, wee. Those late nights when you know you just want to get underneath the covers and lay down and go to sleep, but you got to keep going.
You got to keep going. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And rejections. Rejections is a huge one.
And that's the thing. Sometimes a no is maybe a no, not now, but it could also be a maybe and a yes later. So just keep going. When you hear that no, you just got to keep pushing through.
Yeah, somebody say, 1,000 no's, but all you need is one yes?
Need one yes, absolutely.
And that's just not in the workforce area, ladies and gentlemen. That's in life, period. Sometimes that woman or that man might tell you no, but we're not going to get into that today. Just remember, all you need is one yes. Woo! So bring them hot out here.
Right, but don't become a stalker in the process, right?
Hey!
It's a no, and maybe you need to move on to someone else if it's in your personal life. Yeah, keep it moving. I'm about keeping it moving as well. But if it's about something that you're really after, your goals, you got to keep pushing it. There are people, you have a village that believes in you, that will support you through your achievements. And in order to be successful, you will experience many of those things that you see on this wall, but it takes that one yes to get you there.
That's deep, Sabrina. So the first lesson I want you guys to write down today, the first note is be persistent, but not stalkerish. All right. All right, Mr. Sabrina, let's jump into a little questions here I got for you. Let's see. Who is PECO's just-in-time scholarship geared towards, and what needs does the program address?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. And this is probably one of the things that PECO does that we don't talk about a lot in public, but I'm here to talk about it today. Those just-in-time scholarships, what we're there is we're partnering with colleges and universities in the region. I'm talking about Cheney University, Lincoln University, Temple, Drexel, and we're looking at even expanding that to even more colleges to providing just-in-time assistance to students that need it most. And many of us have been there. You're in college, you're in school, and you may need money for books. Yeah. You may need something to help just make ends meet. And PECO, what we're doing is as part of the just-in-time scholarships, we are providing that financial assistance in the form of an annual scholarship. Now, the thing is, PECO, we're an energy company. We focus a lot on STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. So those are the majors that we really want to support and hone on in during these times. So through each of those colleges that I mentioned, we have scholarships that we provide to students, up to sometimes 5 to 10 per year, based on the need. But again, we all know many of us have been there when you need books or you need something that just kind of gets you through that finish line of the semester. We've been there, and that's how we support our students, and that's how we support the community through those scholarships.
That's a beautiful thing, because when I was applying for colleges and everything, I was getting some scholarships, but then I saw how much books cost. I was like, this is a book. Book. Books are like $100, $200 sometimes. Well, and that's back in the day.
Yeah, and I'm back in the day with you. Yeah. And I remember, I was so focused because I was actually the first in my family to go to college. And we were so focused on getting me into college, and getting my tuition paid. And then the book list came. And I was looking like, well, I was not expecting that. So there were a lot of things that could be barriers to us from really completing our courses and getting that degree. And we at PECO, we want to help you get through that.
That's a beautiful thing. So, like, if I say we wanted to apply for these scholarships and things, where do we go? What do we need to do to get to PECO's money? Because I know PECO got a lot of money, all those energy bills in Philadelphia. How do we get to this money?
Hey, okay, before I answer that, we spend respectfully and we give back to the community. I do want to say that. We'll get to that later, right? But in regards to the scholarships, I do want to say that you can check on our website. You can go to PECO.com and you can look up scholarships. What it will do is take you to many of the universities that I just mentioned, and you can get more information for that, because we are very intentional about who we partner with. we at PECO. Then we're very intentional on how we award those dollars. So anyone that wants to get more information on that, check on PECO.com, look through scholarships, and you can get more info.
PECO.com, scholarships. Appreciate that, Sabrina. So speak to us on PECO's partnership with the Collegiate Consortium for Workforce and Economic Development.
So that's a mouthful, right?
Yeah. So, I had to sound it out. I really took my time with that. I've been practicing those 2 words for the last 2 days.
You had to use your context clues. Well, let me tell you a little more about what that means. So what we do is one of our partners is with the College Consortium. Simply what that is this consortium has many of the community colleges in the region. So we're talking about the CCPs, we're talking about the Montgomery Community Colleges, the Delaware County Community Colleges, et cetera. And we've worked with them to develop programs to train young adults, or you can be an adult. But what we're doing is that the schools have facilitated the curriculum for us. And these programs where you can actually go on and go through I would say through the College Consortium, or you can check on like CCP, then I'll just stick with that one for now. And we have a gas mechanics program. And what that program is again, is for community members. For those, and you mentioned this at the top of when we started, there's the unemployed and the underemployed. So we already know what unemployed means. The underemployed is you have a job, you're working, but it's very difficult for you to make ends meet, right? And you're looking for life-changing careers, something that's more sustainable. And that's what we are partnering with in doing that. So going back to the programs, you can enroll in the program. You'll learn about the mechanics of the gas industry, the gas components. And once you graduate, and there's a level of certification, there's in-person demonstration. Like we had some of the students that were in the gas program come up on our site and learn how to drill properly and use all the trades and mechanics that they learned in the book environment and learn that. And then upon completing that, we work to get them placed in jobs in those industries. So again, we are looking at transforming lives. That's the most important thing. So and I would say for those who have, you have a job and it's just not fulfilling you, it's not the job that's, fulfilling your needs, or you don't feel like you're getting what you need.
Yeah.
Some of the programs that are offered out there, because this is the time to do it. Although we're in a pandemic, have the opportunity to really learn some new skill sets, improve yourself, and get better jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. We have nothing but time right now to do those type of things, to learn more. Do me a favor. I'm not sure. I'm just seeing things, but those 2 tassels hanging up on your doors over there, cabinet doors. Yeah. Those usually go on the graduate's cap, right?
Absolutely. So I have, and these are just 2. I actually have 3, right? So
ooh, come on now.
So the first one, well, I'm a Girls High graduate, so Philly born and raised right here in the city, right? So I'm not going to pull them down because then you'll see the year.
Okay.
But what I'll tell you is that I am a Girls High graduate, and then I went to Widener University, where I studied accounting, and I got my undergraduate degree in accounting, and then I continued through my education and got my master's in finance. So I have that, and this is a tassel that recognizes my academic achievements in regards to my college career. I'm saying all that to say, again, I said that I was the first to blaze trails in my family. My village of family really supported me through college, but that I chose to go the college route, right? And I know sometimes college is not for everyone, right? It was for me, and and I chose to be on that path. So I'm an accountant by discipline and trade, but my passion is with the community. Yeah. So I found my way into this role at PECO. But even if you're not, college is not for you, which is right. Okay. Yeah. One of the things that is important is to know that there is something for you, right? There's something for you to do to be a contributing member to society. Yeah. So that's what, like we mentioned, some of the trade programs that PECO partners with our community organizations to offer. We have quite a few of those. And so regardless of if you're on a path to college or if you're on a path to a trade, you have an opportunity to absolutely change the outcome of your life and change the trajectory of your life.
That's huge. And I find comfort in knowing that PECO's doing that for the community, because when I was coming out of high school, I wasn't really quite sure what I wanted to do yet. You know, I wasn't really feeling college that much, and I wanted to just enter the workforce right away, but my job was just, just a regular job, just to keep things going. I was bagging groceries and stuff just to, until I figured out what I wanted to do in my life. But during those times, I was getting so much pressure from like family and friends saying like, you got to go to college if you want to be somebody. If you don't go to college, you're never going to amount to anything. And I'm like, but I don't know if the school is for me or not. Like, just let me live for a second. Let me breathe. Let me get my stuff together. And it's nice to hear that you guys aren't forcing people to go to school, but giving them opportunities, whether they go to college or giving them a trade if they don't go to college, or other things they could do around the community, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what you're hearing. And I mean, I've been there as well. We're asking 16, 17, 18-year-olds to make life-changing decisions. Are you going to college, or what are you going to do? That's scary. That's very scary. And sometimes you don't know the answers, which is okay. But what we're doing, and I think one of the beauties of being at PECO, is that our career ranges, they range from entry level to the very advanced. And there are careers that you can have that require a college degree. And there are careers that don't require a college degree. They require a high school diploma or some level of equivalency, but you can still there's a range of jobs that we offer. And so sometimes, as you're out in the community and you may see some of our trucks and stuff, like those are like our field guys, and they are trades. We have skilled them up to learn more about trades. They came into the company at a very entry level way, and they became apprentices. So they learned from those that were there before them, right? And they learned the trade, even though we gave them the training and so forth. A lot of times you have to do things hands-on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to do it to understand it, to learn it. And through some of our apprentice programs, we have a number of jobs where you absolutely can have those entry-level positions. And again, it changed the trajectory of your life. You can come in and with a high school degree, now there are certain tests you have to take, you have to pass, as I mentioned, a high school diploma, you have to pass aptitude tests. You have to have a valid driver's license. Like these are the requirements, the price of entry, I would say. But even by doing that and passing all the drug and alcohol tests, you have the ability to make life-changing earnings. And that's what we're doing by offering this to our community.
Ooh, life-changing earnings sound good. I don't know the dollar amount on it, but it sounds good right now. And you just jumped like right into the whole next question I was going to ask you. What type of jobs does PECO have to offer? But you had already given me some of the apprenticeships and everything.
Yeah. Sure, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
So we have we have gas mechanics. We talked about that via like the college consortium. You'll see that we have aerial line mechanics. Those are the guys that are out on the poles fixing wires and things. We have energy technicians that respond to gas odors and do maintenance on our system. So there are, when you're out in the community and you see our trucks, you guys are working to keep the lights on and the gas flowing for everyone. So in many cases, those careers don't require a college degree, but a high school diploma and all the things that I lined out. But then on the other side of that, there's, I started at PECO as an accountant.
Okay.
And then I went through as finance. So there's careers in communications, social media, marketing. I oversaw the marketing group before I took on this role, and corporate relations, which is again connecting community members and being a sponsor in a sense of support in our community.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's amazing. I wish we're gonna go back in the day for a sec. So when I had my first job, I was making $5.67 an hour. That was my first job. That wasn't life-changing money, Coming out of high school, I was making probably like $8.50, I want to say I was making out of high school an hour. Definitely not life-changing money. But today in 2021, you telling me that PECO is offering you life-changing careers straight out of high school.
Absolutely. And we are, but not only are we doing it, we are working throughout our region to get other employers to step up, right? And ensuring that, because I mean, the reality is PECO can't hire everyone.
Right.
So there's a finite number of positions and opportunities, but what we're doing as part of workforce development, we are creating collaborations. We're collaborating with other companies in our region. And we're saying, what type of positions do you have? What type of pledges can you make to ensure that we are offering jobs to those community members that have been displaced by the pandemic, because we know we saw unemployment at its highest in 2020. So what we're doing is we're working together to say, if they don't come to PECO, that's fine, but who else can pick these unemployed folks or people who are looking to change careers and give them these opportunities? So that's where you'll see there's transformation happening in our area, just because many employers see the need to ensure that our communities are working and that we have a healthy economy.
And see, that's why PECO is leading leading representation in our community, man. Just bringing people together and bringing the whole community together. We appreciate you guys for that too. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sixers Strong. We got Sabrina Brooks in the building. This is a community conversations presented by PECO. We're having a good time right now. And what? Hold on, Sabrina. For real? Okay, cool. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I just got wind that if you're filling out an application for PECO, Sabrina Brooks says okay to put her name as your best friend in the reference section. Woo! We all getting jobs now. Woo! Sabrina!
Now hold on a second, RG. I think we need to roll the tape back just to be sure, because I don't remember seeing any of that in any of my comments.
I put it on mine. Sabrina Brooks, Senior Manager of Workforce Development at PECO. We all getting jobs, ladies and gentlemen. That's my best friend. Well, happy Black History Month to you, Sabrina. You doing your thing. We appreciate you being here. Before we let you go, though, we got a couple more for you. What advice would you offer to youth who are looking to begin their careers?
That's actually a really good question. And I would say be patient with yourself first and foremost, because you're being asked some very adult questions. However, as you think through this, and again, we have time during the pandemic, everyone has a phone, everyone has access to media and different websites, but I would say you have to be sure that you start having conversations with those that may already have careers, build a network. And by doing that, so if you're in high school, I would say talk to your teachers, guidance counselors, or a trusted adult that can give you some advice on how to navigate through sometimes what could be a very challenging decision that you need to make. And for those that are in college, and again, this pandemic has given us so many twists and turns, but I would say that do online research as well. As I mentioned, I talked about scholarships. I talked about how PECO supports community organizations to provide trades, the College Consortium. All of that is at your fingertips. So start doing the research now to be sure that to see what your options are. And now's a great time to take any classes or get some additional skill sets. That's really important for you to do that. But in addition to that, then sign up for some of the training programs. Like we support the Philadelphia OIC, which is right near like Broad and Girard. They provide a number of training sessions for different careers, different industries. And I would say check them out as well. There's a number of community organizations that we support. But be sure that you're building your network and you're finding someone that you can talk through some of these very complex questions with, so that you can at least start setting a path.
Yeah. Definitely, man. And being on a board of directors for the African American Museum as well. What's going on with the African American Museum? It's Black History Month. We need to get some history out there.
Well, absolutely. I say every day is Black History, right?
There you go.
We're not going to reserve it just for the month of February, but if you want to highlight, I would say go to the African American Museum in Philadelphia, AMP for short .org is a way to go and see what some of the. We have a number of virtual exhibits that we have, workshops and things that we're offering to the community. Again, the pandemic and Corona has put a twist in how we do things, but we are still, as the member of AMP and as the board chair, very much connected to our community. So I would invite you all to visit the website. There are a number of exhibits that you can join. We have a book. We have a store where you can find information and get some nice AMP gear. So there's a lot of different things that we're continuing to do because we know right now in our community more than ever, we need to have a presence for our community and be a resource for people to come to.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. I love that museum. And when I first found it, I was like, oh, I never knew it was there. Mm-hmm. When I found it, I've been there, I think about 2 or 3 times already, man. It's a beautiful museum. You guys should definitely check out some of the exhibits online. That's a good time that you can do with your parents, kids and parents to do it together. You know, even if you have a little date, nothing like touring the Black History Museum. And like you said, go ahead.
And when we're open, we definitely will let everyone know. We want the museum, we want the community to be back in, the exhibits and seeing everyone. That's like a fabric of who we are, history, arts, culture. So when we are ready to open the doors safely, we will do so and invite our community back in because we definitely miss seeing everyone.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you correcting me too, ladies and gentlemen. Every day is a Black History Day. All right, Miss Sabrina Brooks. That's why she got all those ribbons hanging up and tassels. She's an educated woman. She correct Archie live on Zoom.
Well, no, it's not. It wasn't a correction. It was just more of like, let's just look at it on a broader level. I wasn't.
You know what it was?
Yeah, it's a different
constructive criticism and a different perspective.
Yeah, it's a different perspective of how we can look at it. That every day could be Black History Month.
That's right. That's right. Miss Brooks, I appreciate you being here today, ladies and gentlemen. Workforce development. Make sure you check out PECO. Go to PECO.com or
yes,
PECO.com. Yep, for more information on the scholarships and job opportunities, and just to do some research.
Yeah, I use PECO.com as the landing page. You can then search on scholarships, careers, and it'll take you to all the opportunities that are out there now.
Yep, so, and remember Sabrina Brooks' name. You never know. You just never know, y'all. I'm not saying put it on your application. I'm not saying that.
But are you saying that? I think you're saying it without saying it, Archie.
You might have to interview her with her one day. You might be standing across from her, just like, hey, Sabrina, I remember you. Sixer Strong. Just give her the little Sixer Strong logo. That's it. And
there we go. That's how we'll communicate. That's the nonverbal communication. Okay, we got it.
Sabrina Brooks. Hey, we appreciate you. Next week we got Michael Banks from the United Way, and we're talking about entrepreneurship for all those who want to be their own boss, want to be their own boss, be creative and help out the community and do things that they want to do and learn all about entrepreneurship and bringing their products out to the world. We're going to talk to Michael Banks from the United Way next Tuesday, 12 p.m., same time, same place. Miss Sabrina Brooks, we appreciate you.
And I appreciate you as well.
Are you off work today or you got to go back?
Oh, no, I have meetings for the rest of the day. PECO is a 24/7 organization.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you do your thing, strong African-American woman.
Thank you, Archie. It was great having this conversation with you.
Hey, you too. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay Sixer strong. We'll see you next week in the community Conversations presented by the one and only PECO.
Take care.
See you later, Ms. Brooks.
All right.
Community Conversations presented by PECO.